Let me say this up front so nobody twists my words. I'm not here to sell conspiracy theories. I'm not here to erase accountability. I'm not here to say gangs magically appeared out of thin air. What I am here to do is talk about documented history, patterns, and questions that never get asked. Because if you don't study how power works, you'll blame the people instead of the process. Here are the undisputed facts. In the 1950s through the 70s, black political movements were rising. You had the Black Panther Party, civil rights leaders, community, self-defense groups. The United States government responded with COINTELPRO, a real FBI program later exposed and admitted. Its purpose: infiltrate black organizations, disrupt leadership, create internal conflict, neutralize black messiahs. This isn't theory, this is record. When unity scared power, division became policy. Division became policy. After leaders were jailed, killed, discredited, or fractured, something changed. Community organizations declined. Economic opportunity disappeared. Police presence increased. Drug flooded our cities. By the late 70s and 80s, crack cocaine exploded into the black neighborhoods. Sentencing laws punished crack harsher than powder. Prison began filling at historic rates. That was not accidental. Even United States officials later admitted drug trafficking was tolerated in certain neighborhoods. Drugs became a weapon, not just against individuals, but against entire communities. Now, here's where the question comes in, not the claim. When leadership is destroyed, economic paths are removed, drugs are injected, policing becomes aggressive, survival becomes competitive, what fills the vacuum? Not unity, not education, not opportunity, identity groups, protection structures, street hierarchies. That's where Bloods and Crips emerge. Did the government sit in a room and invent gangs? Probably not. But did government action create the conditions where gangs thrive? That's much harder to deny. Now let's talk about propaganda. Propaganda doesn't always lie. Sometimes it just repeats one version of the truth over and over and over again. Over decades, black skin became associated with criminality, pimping, violence, drugs, danger. Media reinforced it. Movies reinforced it. Music contracts rewarded it. Soon the image became so strong that some of us performed it willingly. Not because it was true, but because it was profitable. That's psychological warfare. Drugs flood the streets. Music glorifies the lifestyle. Police respond aggressively. Prisons get filled up. Music profits from prison stories. The cycle restarts over and over again. The United States has the highest prison population in the world. And a disproportionate number of those prisoners are black men. That's not by coincidence. That's design meeting opportunity. Now let's bring it home. ATL. When 21 Savage said, the streets, oh, I was so proud. What happened? Some people laugh. I even seen bro disrespect him. Said he sold out. I'm like, how? Why? Because the streets don't like being exposed, y'all. The streets survive on loyalty, but not truth. The moment you say the streets, you threaten the illusion. Let's be honest. If more people said the streets, we'll have fewer funerals, fewer indictments, fewer prison sentences, fewer broken families. But here's the tragedy. We so caught up in being real that we'd rather die real than to live free. That's the final success of the system. So ask yourself this. If the streets were truly for us, why are they killing us? Why are they sending us a chain gang? If the system never cared about us, why do we keep playing the role it profits from? Maybe the real rebellion isn't banking. Maybe it isn't trapping. Maybe it isn't being feared. Maybe the real rebellion is staying alive and staying free and refusing to die in a lie. The streets. Oh my.